That flag? What is that?
Flag? I think it's a pride flag.
Can you take it down, please, right now?
For what purpose?
Because it offends me greatly.
Can I get a manager up to the front, please?
Yeah, that stuff is satanic. We can't have that, especially at PetSmart. Petco sexualizes kids. They support the sexualization of kids. Wow. Yeah, this you guys are promoting the pride flag, which is satanic.
Okay, you gotta go, bud. Come on. We don't need it here. And you don't need to film me either. It's cool, but we don't need it. I mean, you want to stand outside, that's cool, but we don't need it. And yeah, we're gonna have the pride flag up. We have it all over our store.
Okay. So you guys support the sexualization of kids?
I'm just not gonna get into it.
You guys support sexualizing kids?
You could go. You can go. I can call the police.
Shame on you.
That clump of shower drain hair is Ethan Schmidt, who you may remember from that viral Target clip where he's owned by an employee for his vitriol of the LGBTQ community.
Hey, do you guys support the satanic pride propaganda?
Yeah, both.
You support it?
Satan and pride.
You support Satan? Mm-hmm. What's God gonna think of that?
I don't believe in God.
Wow. So you think...
Did you need help with something?
You support the propaganda that's targeting the kids?
There's nothing targeting kids.
It's all over kids' TV shows. It's all over. They're targeting the kids.
Kids can choose to wear whatever they want.
Well, he's in the news again, but this time it's a cause for celebration because he is now being sentenced with 3 years of probation and a suspended sentence of 60 days in jail for violating a restraining order and continuous harassment of employees and customers at the Sonny's Hair and Wigs store in Mesa, Arizona. This time, the anti-mask and anti-LGBTQ activist was called to answer for his actions in May of 2021 when he videotaped himself entering private businesses in Mesa that advertised mask mandates and harassing the employees. Schmidt Crockett claimed that he was there to, quote, test their mask policy, to share with his hundreds of thousands of online followers. Before we get further into the details, let's watch this embarrassing clip that Schmidt filmed and posted himself of him harassing the employees. Take a look.
You have the right to refuse service if you don't want to wear one.
Okay, well that's called discrimination. So, do you guys really want to be blasted on the internet? Because I'll put your phone number and everything, and you'll be blasted. Otherwise, you can do the right thing and let me walk around right now. So, do you guys want to get blasted all over the internet?
Can you stay back there if you're not going to wear a mask?
You want to get blasted all over the internet, or do you want to respect my human rights?
Do you really not care about cancer patients so much, sir? We have people who...
I care about health so much that I go around and tell people that masks don't work.
Well, then you need to leave.
On Thursday, Schmidt Crockett hung his head as he approached Mesa Municipal Court Judge Raymond Schumacher to let him know he wanted a bench trial. Representing himself, Schmidt Crocker pleaded guilty. Interesting. Schmidt Crockett, I'm saying Schmidt Crocker, aren't I? Schmidt Crockett, who said his income is paid in donations from his massive social media following, told the judge that, quote, just a fine would be great. Ugh. Instead, after testimony from witnesses, Schumacher, the judge, slapped him with 3 years of probation and a suspended sentence of 60 days in jail, saying, quote, you crossed the line, the judge said. Absolutely he did. Sonny's Hairs and Wigs caters largely to cancer patients who are immunocompromised, and employees testified that they've worn masks inside the business for no less than a decade. Still, Schmidt Crockett told his followers on Instagram that the store was, quote, discriminating against him because he had a, quote, medical and religious exemption. Good grief. Why is it that the people who never have those claim they do? In court Thursday, Schumacher asked the defendant to provide a doctor's note saying he was exempt from wearing a mask. Schmidt Crockett, I'm still saying Crocker, aren't I? Schmidt Crockett admitted that he fabricated the medical exemption. He also failed to articulate in what way his religion permits defying the rules of a private business. And then this is a great quote from the judge. The judge says, quote, sometimes people think the First Amendment means that you can say and do whatever you want, end quote. The judge told Schmidt Crockett. It doesn't. Oof, points to that judge. Schumacher again caught Schmidt Crockett, I'm saying it right this time, in his own web of lies after the defendant testified that he, quote, accidentally called the store. Good grief. And then the judge said, no, you were intentionally calling them. You were calling them to harass them. Yeah, that's right, Judge. You tell it as it is. Schmidt Crockett then pleaded in the court that he, quote, didn't single out the business in, quote, any way, mere seconds after testifying that he went inside strictly because the shop had a sign on the door indicating that a mask was required to enter. Schmidt Crockett has said he, quote, loves to harass people with cancer, quote, because they're weak and vulnerable. Oh, don't believe me? Well, he'll tell it to you himself.
Hey guys, just a friendly reminder. My favorite pastime is harassing cancer patients and people that wear masks. I love to just harass people, just put the camera in their face, just harass them and yell at them and just follow them around, and even when they tell me to leave, I just don't leave and just press them and press them and press them and press them. That's my favorite thing to do, is just harass people. I just love harassing people.
I have no empathy for people who harass others for entertainment. Bro needs to go find a hobby. Do something better with your life. Minding your own business is free. Go eat Olive Garden. Go eat a huge sandwich with a lot of meat on it from Arby's. Go play putt-putt. Go hug your niece. Do something better than harass hardworking people at a minimum wage store. Roberta Smith, an employee at Sunny's Hair and Wigs, testified that the ordeal was, quote, a traumatic experience for everybody. After Schmidt Crockett shared the images of employees at the business with his followers, Smith said that the business received hundreds of phone calls that ranged from insults to death threats. Oh my God. The business had to disconnect its phone line and lock its door during operating hours, and the staff had to vet each customer at the door before letting them in. It hit our income. Oh my gosh. Another employee, Alabama Smith, delivered a tearful testimony about how the series of events drove her to seek therapy. Quote, I was getting hundreds of phone calls a day, death threats, while I'm just trying to help my community, she said. We were all afraid. Schmidt Crockett has evaded jail time for his prior convictions despite trolling other businesses like PetSmart. We saw that clip, but we're gonna watch more of it, by the way, where he tried to remove a pride flag, and Target, where he claimed that he would, quote, hunt LGBTQ people. Good grief. He also has advocated for putting LGBTQ people into concentration camps. Why am I not surprised? Speaking in his own defense, Schmidt Crockett identified himself as a, quote, civil rights activist. Oh my God, good grief. And said his fallout from the events was near punishment enough. Oh my God, Republican victimhood. Oh my. He was banned from Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Good. And also lost his privileges to use payment platforms such as PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, through which he receives the donations that comprise his income, he said. Motioning to witnesses Thursday, Schmidt Crockett added, quote, I received tons of death threats also, just like them. Love Republican victimhood, especially coming from men. Juicy, love it. No, I don't like it, it's annoying. But in the end, Schumacher said he couldn't look past Schmidt Crockett's actions and sentenced him to 3 years on probation. If Schmidt Crockett, I still can't say that right. If Schmidt Crockett breaks the terms of the probation, he'll spend 60 days in the slammer. Hell yeah. Oh, now this video is gonna be, okay, demonetized. Now, I can imagine people hate watching this video right now. First of all, hey. And you're all saying like, oh, he's just voicing his opinion. He's just voicing his rights. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's what Ethan would say about it?
I love to just harass people, just put the camera in their face, just harass them and yell at them and just follow them around. And even when they tell me to leave, I just don't leave and just press them and press them and press them and press them. That's my favorite thing to do.
People like this are exactly what is wrong with America right now. And this kind of behavior has been profitable for him off of platforms like Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, because his followers love this, donate to him to do more of this kind of crap. Because he's garnered an audience and lived off of these donations. Well, thanks to sweet karma, not anymore. People like this cannot mind their own business, and they derive pleasure, which is so disgusting, derive pleasure off of harassing people. It's so unfathomable, but yet this is the epitome of Karen energy. And Thanks to Fox News, the right-wing media echo chamber, now you have more and more of these goons going out and doing this kind of hateful behavior. And it's inspiring other people to do the same and use those other platforms to solicit donations to continue more of this crap. The reason that this bothers me so much is that I wake up every single morning to do the opposite, to spread love, peace, understanding, hope, inspire change, give people the tools, give them the knowledge. I actively strive to be everything that he is literally against. I have zero empathy for people like this because they know they are frauds. They know they are terrible people. And he has the audacity to call himself a civil rights activist. He's more like a hemorrhoid on the butt of America. But before I end this video, I want to show you one more clip of him at a PetSmart where he's harassing an employee over a pride flag, and the best comeback from the employee ever. Oh my gosh, it's great. Take a look.
That flag? What is that?
Flag? I think it's a pride flag.
Can you take it down, please, right now?
For what purpose?
Because it offends me greatly.
Can I get a manager up to the front, please?
Wow, Petco sexualizes kids. They support the sexualization of kids. Wow. Yeah, this you guys are promoting the pride flag, which is satanic.
Okay, you gotta go, bud. Come on. We don't need it here, and you don't need to film me either. It's cool, but we don't need it. I mean, you want to stand outside, that's cool, but we don't need it. And
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna have the pride flag up. We have it all over our store.
Okay. So you guys support the sexualization of kids?
I'm just not gonna get into
You guys support sexualizing kids?
You could go. You can go. I can call
Shame
the
on you.
police.
Shame on you. Shame on you guys. Seriously.
Okay, that's
shame
cool.
on you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Shame on
it.
Petco.
I appreciate it. This is PetSmart,
Christ wins.
not Petco.
Christ wins. Christ wins. Christ wins.
This is PetSmart, not
Jesus
Petco.
is king.
Imagine this. I walk up to your home and demand that you take down your Trump 2024 flag or your Blue Lives Matter flag on your private property. Imagine if I did that. I would be out of line. Now, why is it that this guy can go into a private business and do the same? This is the epitome of Karen energy. And I am so glad that Lady Justice has reared her head to finally hold this crusty Neanderthal accountable for his awful actions, because he said it himself, he loves to harass people. It's gross. And yes, I am going to insult him for a second. I mean, look at his appearance. Look at that handlebar mustache. There is no way that he is not LGBTQ himself. He's struggling with so many inner demons right now, and this is why we can't have nice things. Like, he ruins it for the rest of us. Like, I mean, just look at him. He is so LGBTQ. And lastly, PetSmart is probably just showing their support for LGBTQ people because it's the reasonable and nice thing to do, but also they have a financial incentive to do so because they want to advertise to gay, trans people all the same because that's how they make their money, honey. So it's financially feasible for these corporations and businesses to be an ally of LGBTQ people. So of course they're gonna fly a little pride flag if it means that they're gonna get gay people to like buy their products. Like, I will tell you from personal experience that if I see a business flying a gay pride flag or a trans flag or something like that, I am 4 more times or something like that more likely to spend money at that business because it's like, oh, I want to support this business that supports me and my humanity, you know? So for him to be like, oh, I want you to take this down, it's just like, girl, they're not going to do that. Probably, even if they are like super supportive, they're not going to be like alienate an entire base of Americans that they can get money from, you know? And to end this video, here is him again, admitting that he loves to harass people. And savor watching this clip, knowing that he has been charged now of his horrible actions. And he can no longer use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App to finance his living for stunts like this. So just watch this clip knowing that Justice has reared her head. Take a look.
Hey, do you guys support the satanic pride propaganda?
Yeah, both.
You support it?
Satan and pride.
You support Satan? Mm-hmm. What's God gonna think of that?
I don't believe in God.
Wow. So you think
Did you need help with something?
you support the propaganda that's targeting the kids?
There's nothing targeting kids.
It's all over kids' TV shows. It's all over. They're targeting
Kids
the
can
kids.
choose to wear whatever they want.
Do you support the sexualization of kids through pride propaganda by corporate?
Is there something that we can help you with?
I'm just asking people questions. What about you, sir? Do you support
I'm not
this?
answering any questions, but if you're here to cause any disturbance in the store...
I'm just asking questions. Do you work for the
you're
Target?
disrupting...
Do you work for Target?
I do, actually.
Where's your name tag?
I am the undercover loss prevention.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm just asking questions. So do you support this satanic propaganda?
I'm not
like she
answering
does?
your questions. What you need to do is you either need to leave the store.
God will judge you guys.
And that is all I have for you today on The Gays. Thank you for joining me. If you really like this video, which you absolutely should have, then smash that follow button, subscribe button, whatever it's called on YouTube, and that like button, and comment below, what do you think? What do you think? Was I mispronouncing his name the whole time or something like that? Also, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to follow me on TikTok, which is in the description link below, as well as find me on the Young Turks' TYT's The Breakdown. That is where I also post independent content similar to this, although my YouTube is kind of still like evolving and in the making. So anyway, regardless, you make me your new obsession. Anyway, I love you all so much, and just remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are valid, you are strong, and you are fierce. Have a wonderful day. Bye.